SkySilverstone.com and welcome to the 2014 Astrological Forecast for the sign of Aquarius, the water carrier, covering those of you born between January the 20th and February the 18th. Now, Aquarius is an air sign and it's also what we call a fixed sign with a natural connection or affinity to its fellow other fixed signs of Leo, Scorpio and Taurus. These signs are used to what they're used to and are usually least welcoming of change. They like to preserve tradition. Their natures are naturally loyal, consistent, devoted, reliable and patient. So, here's what I'll be explaining for you Aquarians for your year ahead for 2014. A general overview astrologically of what's happening, where there's positive expansion in 2014, the tests and trials that are being brought in for all Aquarians over the year, spiritual development, last but not least, the astro best timings and dates for love, relationships and friendships for all Aquarians in 2014. Firstly, let's have a look at the general astrological overview. And firstly, Mercury, the planet of communication and logical thinking, will retrograde, will go backwards in your sign from February the 16th to the 28th. And I'll explain a little bit more about how this affects you, because it does, in a second. A new moon is in your sign in January. A full moon occurs in your sign in August. Jupiter, the planet of luck and success, is in your 6th house till July. After July, Jupiter moves into your 7th house of commitment. Challenging Saturn is in your 10th house of career, hopes and ambitions and reputation, and also the area of public affairs. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how challenging Saturn affects all those areas for you. Okay, so let's have a look at where those important life expansion timings occur for you in 2014 and how they occur for you. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, luck, abundance, prosperity and all good things to do with career and work. It's also the planet of marriage and commitment. It is in your 6th house until July the 16th. So it's bringing in a good positive energy to areas of the 6th house, such as work, career, your duties, your daily duties, your health, and all of these areas really get a Jupiterian boost. You may feel very uplifted, invigorated and energized to develop new skills and further your knowledge in some way. After July, it moves on to smile upon your 7th house, which governs marriage, relationships and commitments. And separate of that, work gets a boost anyway, bringing in possibly new contracts or new offers. Moving on, let's have a look at where there's a few trials and challenges for Aquarians in 2014. Firstly, Mercury represents a bit of a challenge because it retrogrades in your sign from February the 16th to the 28th. And this may challenge you a little, as you could feel a little off. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication, logical thinking, so you may find that you're not communicating in the way that you usually do. Aquarians are very good communicators, but you might find that situations, people are misunderstanding you, situations aren't going the way that you want them to, and you're being misunderstood, or people are basically not making sense to you completely. It's a good time to perhaps go over things, and when Mercury retrogrades, it's a good time to have a second chance as straightening something out. You may also see the return of individuals, situations, and have to deal with all of them or the situation all over again. Now, the planet that challenges us the most and challenges us deliberately in order to allow us to grow, mature and elevate our lives in some way is the taskmaster Saturn. Saturn is a strict disciplinarian and doesn't like laziness, disrespect or careless mistakes. Now, keeping that in mind, and take it to where Saturn is in your chart over 2014, and that is in your 10th house of career, long-term goals, ambitions, reputation and your employers. Now, knowing Saturn's ways, my advice is for you to stick to your known and tried and tested ways. Try not to deal with those in authority or employers with undue disrespect or challenge them in any way in 2014. Otherwise, you would create issues where there should have been none. Okay, Aquarius, let's move on to a little bit about your spiritual development. Now, here we're referring to the actions of planet Neptune, the planet that governs the psychic, that governs intuition, insight through dreams and psychic vision. This planet is in your house of money, so if your work is spiritual, healing, guiding, helping others or something of this nature, this could be a great time for Neptune to put some power into your earning potential. If not, no matter, Neptune will cause you to look much deeper to where and how you're earning your money. You may well see your financial life and security in a different light somehow by the end of Neptune's transit. Okay, onwards we go. And a little bit about love and good timings for it. So I hope you've got pen and paper ready. Make a note of this. July the 16th onwards, Jupiter enters your relationships, commitments and marriage sector, and you enter a great period where you can attract something more solid into your life, something more stable. Someone around you comes out towards you, out of the woodwork, to cement the connection with you, or someone new steps into your life who has more of a stable energy to do with relationships with you. You, on a general level, from July onwards, really enjoy being around those who care about you, who love you, who adore you, and you adore them. And you're able to forge new relationships more easily than you've done before. Another good time is January through to February, where Venus is retrograding. Some Aquarians will have a visit with somebody from the past, or someone they weren't able to get the relationship going with, and they have a second chance to sort this out in some way. Okay, that's it for now. Remember, it's just a snippet of what's happening in your sign. Please keep in mind, if we put our intention and actions out at the right time astrologically, our goals and wishes have a better chance of manifestation. If you haven't already, please join up to my free newsletter by going to the bottom of my homepage on skysilverstone.com. Don't forget to catch me live on screen every week, loving answering your questions and supporting you all on TV. Have a great year, Aquarians.